Should be fun. What was that? Boop. Sound like a.
That's not nice to say.
That is the weirdest noise I've ever heard. Boop. 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 Sorry. Okay, I'm done. Boop.
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 Boop. Okay, we're starting. I don't... Okay. Welcome to the very first episode of Insert Part. I think our intro is probably gonna get longer or shorter depending on what we do. It's probably not gonna be that forever either. I think it's just temporary, probably.
I was enjoying the music.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. I was kind of upset that I had to stop it, but anyway, I guess we should talk about what Insert Part is. Yeah, so
Continue.
I thought you guys knew what it was.
What is
You
what?
know what was?
Where am I?
What do you mean? Yeah, so Insert Part is just going to be a podcast that we talk about Roblox topics for the month, I guess. I think we're going to do it every month or twice a month, depending on how much information like we can get in half a month. If there's enough to
Say
talk,
that it's bi-monthly,
yeah, bi-monthly. If there's enough to talk about, that's
which
the thing.
can mean twice a month or every 2 months.
Yes, you never
One
know.
or the other.
Every 2 months. No, I mean for sure we'll probably have one every month, but every like twice.
You promised it. You heard it.
It's guaranteed. Promised in the first episode,
He swears on his cat.
which isn't here anymore, sadly. So twice a month, most likely. Most likely. It's going to be us three most of the time. Things may change. We might have special guests depending on what goes on. But yeah, I guess we should introduce ourselves. That would kind of make sense. I'm Nex, or Corey, on Roblox. Well, I'm Nex on Roblox, but I'm Corey in person.
Nailed it.
Okay, now you.
Go ahead.
Go.
No, after you. Good sir.
Ladies first.
I will accept that. I'm Chris Jazz on Roblox, and my name is Chris. Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm an alcoholic. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm.
Your
I'm
name,
pretty-
your name already does sound like Chris, like Crix. Yeah, it's
Chris.
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 Pretty close.
Yeah.
I think that was the idea, right?
It was actually.
Because your original username was Chris, yeah,
There's actually a funny story.
or
behind
Chris
it.
Brown, yeah, or something, right?
Yeah, but we get to that later.
All right, and I'm Steven, or Kiravis on Roblox, and I build for Corey sometimes.
Oh yeah, I guess we should say what we do too, right? That's
He did that much better than us.
Nah. Yeah, I script things. I try to make games usually. I'm working on ClashBlox right now and another game that I haven't announced yet, so that's something I'll talk about. Not here.
Not until it's out.
And Chris is also working on something.
Yeah, well, I mostly am a builder of various people. I build for people. But lately I've been working on my own game, and it is very close to done.
And you're keeping that kind of on the down low too right now,
it's
right?
on the hush-hush.
Yeah. Okay. So nothing really to talk
The
about now.
murder game.
Yeah,
it's
just
just
following the trend. Actually, I think the trend's died down now, right? I don't. Is it still on?
It's insane, crazy murderer tycoon
Really?
built
will-
to survive.
I would completely believe you that actually was true.
That'd be a cool game.
Actually, the Mad Murderers died down pretty much, and
Yep.
Twisted Murder is now at top
Yeah.
at top earnings. So I mean, it really hasn't died down.
Seems whoever makes the last game stays on top.
Yeah. So if you want to be popular, I mean, just make a murder game, and you'll be up there for a while.
You'll be in all the blog posts from Roblox.
Yeah. Exactly. So let's go ahead and talk about our first topic, which is the Halloween events that Roblox held this year. Obviously, the first question is, was it better than last year's? I don't know if Steven, have you played it? I don't know if you played it.
No.
No, you didn't have time.
I played it.
We'll talk about it a bit. So basically, it was a round based game where there was different maps that most people knew, like from popular games, and there was random monsters, and they got harder depending on the level. So it was just like a wave based game, and you had levels, and you could level up to level 10 to get a bomb. I think was that. I think it was a bomb, and then level like 20 to get the machine gun candy launcher. Or you could just buy them, which is what I did, because I was not. It takes an extremely long time to
I didn't
level
consider
up.
buying them. I saw them, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you buy them, you're pretty much gonna unlock everything pretty quick. Like I probably played it for about an hour, and I already had everything, other than the troll hat, which you actually had to have a administrator join the game. I think.
Well,
Well, not
either that
anymore.
or someone like I think Mecha Waffle. He bought it for the 99,000.
Yeah, so they released a gear. I think it was about a week since it was out, and they released a gear, and you could buy it for 99,999 Robux. So, I mean, if it's, I don't think it would be worth it.
I mean, if you got about 100,000 Robux lying around,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you don't want to turn it into real money. I mean,
if you don't want to turn it into like $250,
there's some people that can't because of different reasons. So that could be for like Chris for some weird reason. Although I feel like Chris should be allowed to, because I think you got all yours from selling shirts, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I emailed them and they said it was because my emails didn't match, but they were the same email. So I'm still trying to figure out that problem.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's this problem.
Customer service. So that was basically how the game was. It was just a wave based game, and it was pretty decently made. There was never really any bugs that I remember. Oh no, there was a bug that some reason rounds would like break, and you'd just be in a permanent round and it never end or something like that. But other than that, I don't think there was anything that big of a deal. And so for better than last year's, definitely. Last year's was like the worst. No offense, but like the worst thing in the world. Did you play the last year's?
that one.
Yeah, that was.
Goodness.
I would understand why you wouldn't want to play another Halloween event
Yeah.
after that.
I think that's really what put me off was last year's. I was just like, I'm already busy. I don't want to waste time.
Yeah, it was insane just walking around. I bought the like 1,000 Robux
Yeah.
motorcycle, and it was still took very very long to get anywhere. I feel really bad for people that didn't have that and had to walk everywhere. So it was definitely not worth it. And I think that's how they advertised it. They were like, it's a massive cool map or
Yeah.
whatever.
They're talking about how huge the map was.
Everyone's like, yeah, it's gonna be so cool, and then you found out that it was completely like barren except for these certain points. So
Well, honestly, I feel like the idea was there. I liked the concept of the questing, and they spent a lot of time on it.
yeah, for sure, they definitely spent time on it, but doesn't mean it
But
was
they
good.
didn't fix it
Yeah.
until after they closed it.
Oh
And
yeah,
they just didn't need to. Because, I mean, they fixed it. I didn't even really get to play it. I bought the motorcycle, everything. I wanted to get into it, but it was over by the time it was fixed.
yeah. Well, I'm one of those people that have to kind of complete the events, so I think I got every single block again except for like one, because I was determined to get every single one.
I didn't get one. So
I can't
Makes me
remember
think
which
of
one
the
it was.
guy on the Roblox dev forums that was turning people into Bloxicans. I wonder
Oh
if he's
yeah,
made those. I
yeah.
was on the list, I think.
I heard
People to
something
make.
about it being delayed or something. I can't remember why school or something like that. But anyway, um, so for people that have played, Chris, did you play the new Halloween event?
I
Yes.
did.
Okay, so this is more something that we could talk about. Like, do you think they could have done anything better for this wave-based game? Kind of improved
Well,
it, made it
the
more
first
interesting.
time I got into it, I was very confused. I was like, what am I doing holding candy? And what am I doing?
Oh yeah.
Actually, the first round I was shooting an eraser
Oh
from a
yeah.
pencil. And I was like, what is this? What am I playing? And then I got the hang of it, and it was very repetitive, and it didn't seem like they spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah, for sure. It was. It
It
was.
was
It was
just kind of put
repetitive.
out there.
Yeah,
But
repetitive for sure. Um, yeah, when I remember when I first joined and I had no clue. Like I saw some pictures about it when it first was released, and I was like, "Oh, it looks kind of cool." And then I got into it, and it was like completely opposite of what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it's very repetitive. There's like all the monsters are the same thing. Like no matter what they are, it would have been kind of cool if they all had their own like perks. But
yeah,
it's just a different skin version of a generic
there
AI
was
coming towards you.
4 types you had to get.
Yeah, there was a good amount. And there was bosses, which were pretty easy to kill. Took like 2 seconds, and you just had to like hit it once to get the hat. So pretty easy.
Really?
Yeah.
I never got
Oh,
any
you
of the
never got to a
bosses.
boss? Yeah, I beat all the bosses. It was so easy. Although I had the bombs and stuff at like
So you
level
had to
one, so
hit it
yeah, you just
once.
had to hit it once, and it would count for you getting it, even if you didn't kill it yourself.
Oh, my impression was you had to kill it, so I, I just kind of didn't.
I mean, you might have been, and I just killed them all. But I like the first time I've ever seen one, I always got it, and I assumed it was because I hit it at least once. I don't
You're
know.
just that good.
Obviously, it's because I had all those items before anyone else. I'm pretty sure most people didn't get that far to get all the items, but anyway, that's about it on the Halloween event. The items you could earn were kind of generic, I guess. Actually, there was like two good looking, decent looking hats. I think that you could actually earn. I can't remember what they were, but Ghost Fedora. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, Halloween event, pretty interesting. Wasn't too bad.
If you're into that kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know.
And anyway, what happened after that Halloween event was the that weekend or like 2 weekends after that was the Extra Life stream. I don't know if either of you watched it.
Uh, what are we talking? What?
We're just talking about the straight
I
up Extra
saw
Life
a
live
very
stream.
important part of it.
Oh, is this the
Well,
is this the stream?
no, we'll get to
Yeah,
that.
we'll come around to it.
Yeah, we'll come to
Uh,
that part later. But just the entire Extra Life stream altogether. Did you watch any of that?
I watched a little bit of it. I was
Yeah,
at work most of the day, so.
yeah, same for me. I usually work on weekends, so I didn't get to see the whole thing. But and
yeah, I probably wasn't watching it then. I didn't even get the one where stuff.
I think it was an interesting concept, and it was cool that they did it. But
Yeah.
like
Now,
the
I
stream,
need to hear more.
well, okay, yeah, good idea. Explain.
Yeah,
So the
I thought it
extra
was a good idea. What? What was a good idea?
the extra live stream was a 24-hour stream that a lot of people were doing. It wasn't just Roblox. It was
Yeah.
pretty much any big press company thing,
Was it like a
YouTubers
fundraiser?
thing. Yeah, it was a giant fundraiser for kids and
Extra Life Charity.
yeah, for the Extra Life charity.
Okay.
And Roblox decided to participate in it by having Roblox users stream on their channel pretty much. So that's interesting, right?
That is interesting.
I feel as though that they should have kind of, I don't know. Like I think they just let anyone that was available to stream then like kind of what's the word? Like
Apple.
screen them. like having a screening process and making sure, like, you got to be entertaining if you're gonna be on the stream.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. And I feel as though that most people pretty much just watched the first part, which is what I did, and the last part. The with the actual Roblox people, since the rest was just kind of random people playing games and
Reminds
things.
me of during the Winter Games one when they had all the people in. Like they had the French guy who was so laggy, and
Oh yeah, that went well. That was actually kind of cool that they got the developers though. Like that
yeah,
was an interesting
it was
concept.
an interesting idea. It's just too bad it didn't work out.
Yeah, maybe they could do something similar again. Maybe get, if they can stream, make sure they can, like,
Right.
make sure they have the
They
good enough
tested
internet.
out first.
Yeah, but yeah. So extra live stream, exceeded their goal. I think Roblox had 2,500 was their goal, and they got to a little above 3,000, I think. And there was this one kid that donated like $2,000. Like, I really feel like I should say his name. I think it was like, I can't remember his name. It was like Spooky Fox or something. I think that's what it was. I'm almost certain that's what it was. He donated like $500 at the start of the stream, and then donated $1,337. Yeah, like you can look on the page. I can't actually find it right now, but there was a page that showed the people donating, and um, he donated a lot of money. That's like, I hope he had permission to do that.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been pretty
Well, I was
bad.
gonna miss her mortgage payment.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, that's really all that happened about all that happened that we're gonna talk about right now till the end about the extra live stream. But we'll get into more of that once we get to that point. Um, but yeah, next topic is really the Friends update, which they announced earlier this month. I think near the beginning of this month, and they said it was going to be coming out November. I think where they're going to be replacing your friends and making them straight up followers. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but I'm assuming they can't join. Like, they're basically just there. Anyone can
Right.
follow you.
It's more like a contact book.
Yeah. So they have you on there, and you don't have to be connected to them pretty much. And that means you can have specific friends, which will be your best friends. So if you already don't know, because they've mentioned it like a million times,
Which
that
means your best friend feature becomes your best friend feature.
the best friends will become your regular friends, and that means that you can actually have private places that only your friends can go to.
Correct.
So, yeah, which maybe we should talk about that other private server thing that they just mentioned today, or something.
I'd like to hear that.
Okay. So like
You can talk about it.
today or yesterday, they kind of mentioned this private server thing. I think they already released it on the site, but it's only in phase 1, I think, where you pay to have a private server. I'm trying to see if I can go to a place and look at it real quick.
You pay Robux?
Yeah, you pay 1,000, 100. No, it's like 100 a month. You have to pay 100 Robux a month to have this private server, and it's kind of like a personal server, except it's not. Where you have like a whitelist, and I guess you can put these people on your whitelist, and friends can get in for free. So it's pretty much personal servers, except more of a modified version of personal servers, where I don't know. It's really weird. I find it very odd that they'd
I'm
have you pay.
confused.
Yeah, it's a very like new concept they just talked about today, so there's not much that I can really bring up. Well, let me bring up the thing they talked about here.
I was just talking to someone the other day. If they made a hat that you had to pay monthly for,
What?
Rent a hat.
Yeah, what happened to the renting stuff they did, like renting gear and things like that?
yeah,
That didn't last very
I
long.
don't think people really liked it. I mean, for me, I mean, I would always pay for something once, and then I'd almost never use it, and there was no point of ever doing it again. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it was kind of dumb.
yeah, it was like, here, let me pay for this, and then never be able to use it again.
Actually, I can't find the post about it anymore. Oh, there it is.
No
Okay.
way to talk about it.
There it is. There it is. So it says you can allow private server setting will be on a place and will default to off. So you can check it on or off on any place. And for any given game that a developer has allowed private servers for and has access set to everyone, a player can purchase a private server for 100 Robux a month, reoccurring. So you pay 100 a month. Once purchased, the player has access to a whitelist of people, max 50, he can allow into this instance. There is a toggle for allowing all friends, so I don't think they have to be on the whitelist, I'm assuming. This gives a guarantee that only these people are allowed to get in to play. Developers whose games get private servers get a percent cut on the purchase, which I don't fully understand what he means by that.
Huh.
So somehow you get money from something. This money is put into an escrow for 30 days pertaining to you not messing with the user shutting all private servers down for your game in the middle. There is a special label for games that allow private servers. Like, it's very, like, that last part is very odd. Like, I'm not fully understanding private servers. I guess it'll make more sense when they fully release it, but I'm assuming that's going to deal with, like, the friend update that they're just about to release, so interesting concept, I guess. But that's all really about the friends update. I mean, it's no big thing. So let's go ahead and talk about Lawless and his new game he's about to release called Mad Paintball, which I guess is his trademark, Mad.
Well, Mad Studios.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mad Studios.
I know, but you don't have to call your game every game like that.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He does. He said it.
I think we should start calling all our games Revo this.
Revo Punk Paintball, Revo Punk Murder. I mean, Mad Murderer. Like, I didn't really.
Revo Punk Murderer.
Makes perfect sense.
Coming in 2 months.
Promised.
I'm pretty sure we've all like messed around in it already because he does have it open to allow you to test what's there. Have you tried it out today? Because today he actually set up some sort of round system, so now there's actually decent spawns and things.
I was gonna say, did he add the spawns?
Yeah, yeah. He added the spawns today finally, so now you can actually play it decently. Except the bad thing is the map, which I think was made by Zombody.
What?
Yeah, it's a nice map, but it's actually really big for what it's going for, because once it becomes 1v1 or 2v1 or whatever, it's impossible to find the other person.
Can you still not jump?
No, I'm pretty sure we're never going to be able to jump.
Which was pretty annoying. I'm sure there'll be some other things, but I mean, like, there was an area, one time I fell in the water, I'm sure you'll be teleported out. Or, like, somebody could be at the top of a hill and there's no way for you to get back up there unless you spawned up there, so.
Yeah.
Hopefully those are things he'll see to in the future.
Yeah, jumping is definitely a kind of annoyance, but.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't want people, like, bunny hopping around.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe you could put
like
like a.
It's really annoying.
Yeah, you could put
Timer.
like a. Yeah, like a bouncer timer or something that kind of makes you so you don't constantly jump or whatever. That'd be extremely helpful. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a fun game. There's some interesting concepts. He allowed developers to be in it, so if you wanted to be in it, you could post on this forum post he made, and he's gonna pick and choose, I guess, by the most interesting characters and add them to the game.
Yeah, and of course he's stuck to his theme with using the TF2 sounds and stuff.
Oh yeah, he made it completely TF2. I don't know if you've played it recently, but the sniper's scope and everything is exactly like TF2. The little percentage thing,
Yeah.
and everything, it's all in there.
Oh man.
So I'm pretty sure he's going with a TF2 vibe with the game.
I think he's a little obsessed.
There was something else he did that made it feel really TF2 like. Not just that, but I can't remember at the moment. But yeah, should be a fun game. It's getting really close. It's in beta, which I don't think it's in beta. When I think of beta, I think of it's pretty much done, except there's some bugs.
Right.
It definitely feels more like a alpha right now. So we'll see what happens. It's getting close though. Yeah, too early to call it beta, I think. But I mean, it's whatever he wants to call it, I guess. Speaking of games, Apocalypse Rising this month added cases and crates to their games.
Yes.
Just like CSGO, if anyone's played that, which is a system where you get these Crates. You get these crates randomly.
Just call them craces now.
Crate.
Can't decide
ca-
which word to use both.
Cases and crates. You'd get them randomly. This is in CS:GO, and you get them randomly, and you could buy keys with real money, which I don't think they're expensive, right? You know, Steven knows
They're
more
two
about
dollars
this
and
than I do.
50 cents for a key.
Like every kind of key, or
Yeah, they're all the same price.
oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's nice. And buying that, you were able to unlock the crate and get like a common to
random
rare item.
Yeah.
The goodies.
Sometimes the value could be upwards of $500. So
Yeah, it's insane. But anyway, Apocalypse Rising decided to put this. They put it in Apocalypse Rising, right? Not like their little spin-off game.
right, yeah.
Apocalypse
This is in
games.
the actual Apocalypse Rising.
Yeah, I feel like it's such an odd place to put it. Like, it just doesn't seem like a place that it belongs in.
I mean, because I think he's going with the same theme to where you can get, custom clothes, custom this, custom that. And if you were in an apocalypse setting, you may spray paint your gun and make it look how you want to. So, I mean, I can see how it can fit in.
I mean,
And then the crates
yeah.
are randomly around the world. You've got to
Well,
find
how
them.
do you buy the keys in this?
Once you find the case, you click it, and it'll prompt you to pay however many Robux for it.
See, I think it's more or less not about if it fits in, and more like more money equals
Right.
good.
Well, yeah, for sure. Like he could have made so much money off of Apocalypse Rising, but he didn't add anything to it until
Yeah.
like now.
I mean,
and now
there's
he's
still
at
no
top
game
earning.
passes for it anymore. I mean, because he got rid of all those and made them to that point system.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like they've made like nothing. Like Apocalypse Rising might be the most popular game, or it was,
Right.
and they probably didn't make anything off of it. Honestly,
Yeah.
Like, how many visits do they have currently on there right now?
21.9 million.
Oh, well, what does that convert ticks into to Roblox? What's the ratio?
It's 5 Robux total.
21 million equals 5 Robux.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, no, that completely makes sense. But yeah, I mean, even with 21 million, that's really probably not that much to how much he really could have made. And now that they've added this, I'm sure they're like rolling in cash. I think one of them said on Twitter that they've actually made so much that they're paying for the tuition for like this entire year.
That's 1.2 million Robux.
Okay, so yeah, it's still decent, but like for a
Right.
game that popular,
Yeah,
they
and
could
it's
have
good.
made so much more.
It's also putting them back onto the front page because it was gone from the front page. You had to click through.
Yeah.
the pages.
It was
Right
dead.
now they're number 2 on the top earning spot, and they've got not about
Number 6
people like-
unpopular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their new like thumbnail's pretty
Logo.
sexy looking.
So not only are they making more money, it's also because they're making more money, being advertised better, pushed to the front of the page.
Yeah.
For sure.
Plus, I have to admit, I did myself also start playing the game again because I wanted to find a crate. Of course, I just kept getting killed over and over, but still.
Yeah, it's definitely really like that's what people like. They like finding things and they want to know what they're gonna get out of them.
Right.
You know?
And I think it was smart having it a crate that you have to go out and find in the game instead of being something that I can just pay for, at the start menu.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's more of a treasure hunt.
And it
Yeah,
is a
and-
permanent item, too. You don't have to keep getting them. Once you buy it, you can apply it whenever you want to any gun. It's just kind of like a skin, different materials and colors.
Okay. But
Now, didn't the creator of that, didn't he make that Steam game, or was that someone else?
no, that was
was the
Dead
other
Zone.
one.
That was the
Okay,
one that,
that was
didn't
Dead
last
Zone.
as long. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
it was okay.
I don't think it
but
lasted long 'cause it was a little more complicated. For
yeah,
me.
it was definitely more complicated.
I liked how
compared to-
simple Apocalypse Rising was.
Yep. Apocalypse Rising is very simple and very clean, very
Right.
easy compared to Dead Zone. And now Dead Zone turned into Unturned, and he's doing really well. So I mean,
Yeah, I'm
Worked
sure
out.
he's made a pretty good amount of money.
yeah, for sure. And he's
I mean, he had the top-selling DLC for a free game on Steam.
Yeah.
So
and he was like top 3, maybe not 3.
Yeah.
like 4, top
I think
5.
he's made it to number 2, number 3.
Yeah,
Good
He
days
was at top 5 for like the long, like most concurrent players for weeks and
of all
weeks.
games on Steam.
Yeah. It's died down now, but once he releases the 3.0 update he's been working on, I'm sure it's gonna launch up there again. So
Right.
It was really weird seeing a bunch of like popular YouTubers play the game.
yeah, everyone's played it. Every single
Yeah,
person I've watched has
because
played it,
for one, it's free, so and
Yeah.
multiplayer, so
and
everybody can play it.
Can't beat that.
it's a pretty fun game. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's Dead Zone pretty well. Dead Zone
Back
One
to
too.
the crates in Apocalypse Rising. I looked it up. There's 3 different tiers you can find:
Mm-hmm.
blue, green, and red. And the first one's 50 Robux. Next one's 100. Next one's 200.
That's for the keys.
Right, to open it up,
Okay, can you
Wow.
can you actually buy these crates, or do you actually have to find them?
you have to find them.
Okay,
And it
well,
and you can't get the same skin more than once. So it's once
oh,
you've
that's
got
nice.
it, you don't have to worry about, here, I'm going to pay 200 Robux. Dang
To
it, I
get the
already
same
have
thing.
this one. Right.
Okay.
You'll get a new one every time.
So it's a very nice and fair system.
It seems well
way
thought.
more fair.
Now, is it just for skins or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he could add more in the future, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's still one item I'm waiting for in the game, which is night vision goggles. So,
I'm surprised that hasn't been added yet.
I mean, it could be so easy to add, and this would be something I would pay money to have night vision goggles in that game because I feel worthless at night.
I'm surprised they haven't. Yeah, it's maybe just something they haven't thought of doing. Maybe that'd be kind of weird. I mean, it seems like something you'd think of by now, but I think they've pretty much done adding things other than like cases and crates that will help them make money.
Right. Well, I think it may change soon with how much money they're getting now
Possibly.
when it
Yeah.
stops.
Yeah, it might make them want to keep working on it. Who knows?
I mean, it is pretty nice to have a complete game, just to add a small thing and then shoot right back up there.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, we're kind of getting near the end of this, and I thought we should go ahead and bring up the most sensitive topic:
Oh,
John leaving. No, I'm just kidding.
that's pretty sensitive.
Someone who put this on here anyway. Oh,
I-
dude. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's not really what we're talking about. The streaming incident that happened during the end of the Extra Life stream. I don't think any of us saw it live when it happened.
Right.
But I think we all watched the video. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been uploaded all over YouTube.
Yeah. It's like a 20-minute long video, and it's just a bunch of developers that work for the company. Like, it's not straight up developers, journalists,
Admins.
financial people. Yeah, just whatever.
Bunch of Roblox staff.
Yeah. I mean, we're not really going to get into like the names. It's not
Yeah.
really important, but most people know by now. Anyway, they just started talking about whatever because they thought that the stream was off, but it ended up having the audio on for about 20 minutes, and a lot of stuff was said.
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't know this was happening, so
Completely unintentional.
yeah, it was definitely like, unintentional. Like I doubt there would ever be a reason for that to be intentional
Yeah.
unless they're really big assholes. But I mean, honestly, nothing.
Pretty sure that word was used in the 20
Yeah.
minutes.
I mean, there obviously there was cuss words, but I don't think that was the real reason that some people were let go. They didn't mention some inner workings of the company, I guess, which I think is the real reason.
Yeah.
It's not important for us to really know, but it's also kind of interesting to talk about.
Yeah. Gotta gossip.
Yeah, a lot of people thought I was the cussing for some weird reason, but
Right. Which they've cussed on streams before.
yeah,
Well, I might add, most people that were watching the stream and the video and people hearing, the majority of Roblox is 13 and younger.
yeah, that's another thing.
And to them, swearing is bad.
Yeah, like
And
pretty
yeah.
much. I feel like anyone like 16 and under don't really know how the world works, and I feel no offense. I mean, I probably
The world.
still don't know how the world works, and I'm 20, so I mean, um, I think that a lot of people just wanted to start drama out of something
Yes.
that turned into nothing. It should have just been something that happened. You know, they were let go. You know, it was really sad. That's the end of it. But a lot of people wanted to cause a giant commotion over it, and uh, it happened. But yeah, they talked about just like inner workings, which I think is what the reason. A lot of people were saying that they might have like breached an NDA or something, non-disclosure.
Yeah. Not to mention there was a lot of trash talking of other people
Yeah.
working there and stuff. So
Yeah, for
sure
sure.
that didn't help.
I mean, and I'm sure pretty much everyone at any workplace talks like that. But
Yeah.
you know, they were just extremely unlucky. You know, but that's just how companies work. Like I'm sure the CEO or whoever lets them go didn't want to, but they had to.
Yeah.
It's just like probably contracts or whatever they had to.
And apparently today, Roblox is going around taking all videos of it with copyright claims on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, I
I-
saw that.
Oh wow, I
Uh,
didn't even know about that.
What's his name? Daryl, whatever. One of the popular Roblox YouTubers. He actually took us down and posted another video because he didn't want to get a copyright strike from it because everyone's videos were getting taken down with copyright claims.
That's insane. Wow. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like a private thing.
They
Yeah.
just don't want it to be a big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I mean it already is, so there's not much you can
Yeah.
do about that. If anything, they should probably just leave it alone because it might just be the opposite,
Right.
Yeah.
They can polarize the situation right now
Yeah.
by doing that.
which has already kind of happened. But because of that situation and when the people were let go, they actually had a little stream which I think was actually pre-recorded. That's what a lot of people were saying. It looked very pre-recorded. I don't know. I honestly don't care. Where they just kind of talked about their core values. I don't know. Did either of you see? I know, Chris, you saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was-
Well, so they made this video. It was very, very short. It was maybe like 5 minutes most, and it was the CEO with Andrew, or Blackhawk, sitting down, and they basically had like a PowerPoint type system about the core values at Roblox, and they basically talk about what they look for when they hire for people, and then it ended, and then everyone went crazy again. But yeah, that's all that really happened. I mean, there's nothing really more to talk about. It's pretty
It
much,
is sad that it happened. But
yeah, it's very upsetting. The people that were let go were pretty cool, and um, it happens. I'm sure there's been plenty of firings just like this, but it wasn't as public before. So, I mean, it happens all the time.
And the thing about this specific one is they were streaming, and
Yeah.
there's people that watch the streams, and there's people that miss the people because they really liked them,
Mhm.
and it's hard to have a face that you know and then they're gone. But with someone that they don't even know that's deeper in the company that nobody's ever heard of, they get fired, nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The public faces are the only ones that matter,
Yeah.
and
if, like, say, John had still worked there and he'd been fired, we'd have been like, what?
Well, yeah.
yeah, that would be a giant thing, probably.
Yeah, that just sent shivers down my spine. No.
What if he was actually fired and he just pretended he
It was a
he
cover
left?
up.
Yeah.
Huge cover up.
What? I wasn't fired. Nah,
We're
nah.
stealing Robux from these people. You're fired.
Or yeah, exactly.
We told you can't use the exchange program.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all that really happened in the Extra Life thing. But we're actually way over the time we kind of planned.
That's fine. The first one always is longer. Than
Yeah,
the
for sure. And, like, I was actually kind of scared we were gonna be a lot shorter, but we're hitting like 40 minutes now. But yeah, that's all about it. Anything else we want to talk about? Anything even non-related to Roblox? Anything interesting happening anywhere ever?
An interesting that's happening is that it is late o'clock. I'm tired.
Oh my god, yeah, it's midnight.
It's not the same day that we started this recording on.
Yeah.
There
We-
is things Roblox related going on tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
That was in the blog.
Yeah. The Roblox little local Halloween meetup in Atlanta that you guys are doing.
Yeah,
What time are what time are you setting up at?
that's
know?
a great question.
You don't even know. Yeah,
I don't even know.
that's none of your business. You don't need to know that stuff.
It's none of his
None of my
business.
business.
None of your business.
He doesn't need to know that stuff. But yeah, we started this very late. Like I don't even think we kind of planned doing it today until we kind of were together and we're like,
game was an alpha, and
yeah, we started playing Evolve and then we were
we
like,
may have played it for over 3 hours. So
yeah, and we're like, let's start this stream right now. Well, I kind of wanted to do it today anyway, so that I could release it by today. What
Today.
Yeah, what today is right now. So they'll get it later today probably. I'll probably clean it up and then get it out this afternoon. So yeah, you guys. That's about it. Thank you guys so much for listening to our first podcast. If you enjoy it, make sure you share, like, and favorite, and subscribe.
And insert your part in the comments.
Yeah. If I obviously, yeah, I'd put this on YouTube, right? I don't know where I was gonna put this.
no, you're
I
just
was
gonna
gonna
save it
ask,
to
but
your
I thought you
computer
knew.
somewhere.
I don't know.
Like,
Well,
whatever happened to that? I don't know.
yeah, YouTube for sure. We'll have to make like a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
We'll put it on
Just change
gameblox.
the name of Super Game Blox.
Yeah, for sure. No, we'll do something like that. But anyway, that's about it. We're probably gonna do this again. It went pretty well. I liked it. So
Yeah.
hope you guys liked it.
Yeah.
And we miss John.
Yeah.
We missed John.
Yeah. Steven put we miss John on our list of topics to talk about. But
Which we do.
well, yeah, for
So
sure.
if this is
This is not something we need to
yeah.
talk about.
I'm sure this isn't something just we feel. I mean,
We all miss
and
John.
by John we mean John Schletsky.
All right, we're hitting 42 minutes here.
let's make it 45.
Well,
He's rolling the music on us.
Yeah,
'cause
I am rolling the music on you because it's over.
so shall we say bye?
it's never over.
Well, we're saying bye right now.
Oh, I mean just bye altogether. Like one of those
I'm not gonna
cheesy,
say
like, bye.
Guys, they can't hear the music because you're being so loud. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
We'll edit it in post.
Well, I edited in post. I don't think I can edit out.
We just cut out Steven completely.
Yeah, because I could totally do that when we're recording all the audio in one track. That's the issue. Like, watch us not being able to be heard correctly or something. That'll go well.
Yeah.
There'll be no. You'll just hear the music play, and then there's 42 minutes of nothing. Music again.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is where the voices slowly start to fade out, and then the video's over.
Sure. That totally happened. I'm totally gonna edit that. Totally. I could just, let it play all the way out, And
I like
just-
the song.
Play out.
Yeah, and we just talk over it. This could be a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like an Easter egg at the end of the video. Or
Sure. I might have to edit the beginning of this video.
Why? It was a great video. I like the beginning.
It was very awkward.
No, it wasn't.
I'm sure the audience thinks so.
I would disagree.
There was a lot of stale,
No.
like,
No.
whatever. We're over. And we're out.